So Stuart, ultimately a bit of a frustrating afternoon, but saving a point right at the death. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah. I think when you get to 4:45 or 10:05 on a Friday, on a match day, that you're quite happy to take a point out of the game within the end. So it was score late on in the game, but yeah, frustrating afternoon. No doubt about that. I thought we started really brightly. Should be ahead. We're not ahead, and we know Annan's a dangerous side and a right good side, and when they go in ahead, they're really good defensively and hard to break down, and it was a struggle for us, no doubt about that. And we probably almost run out of ideas a little bit towards the end of the game. We ended up with 4 up front, just trying to get something out of the game, and luckily enough we'll get a free kick and we get the goal out of it. But yeah, we knew that. We spoke all week about how difficult the game was going to be against Peter's teams, because they're really good, well organised, and a real threat on the break as well. Got some super players, so ultimately it was always going to be a dangerous game, and it has been over the years. Games against Annan have always been tight, and one goal either way, and today we're probably just maybe fortunate to get a point in the end, although I thought we maybe deserved it on the course of play, but probably a wee bit fortunate.
Yeah, as you say, it's been tight in the 3 games we've played them this year. Been 2 draws and just a narrow victory for ourselves down there early doors. But when the game started, we seem to start brightly, and we get that chance where I think it's Blair hits the bar and then Kane hits the bar, and you're kind of left thinking, oh dear, is that a sign of
I think
the day it's going to be?
Yep, we've all played in games like that where you start well, you don't score when you're on top of the game, and always say that you need to score when you're on top of the game, and we were at that stage. Blair's done really well. Kane probably should score with the rebound. Paul hits a post, Paul hits a bar, and it was just one of these games. But yeah, we're playing with a bit of confidence. You'd expect that. We're at home, want to try and get on the front foot against a good Annan side. And bear in mind, they've come off the back of 2 excellent results as well. So we knew it would never be easy, and we drummed it into the guys all weekend. You got to respect Peter and Annan for how good they're doing at the moment. So we knew it would be difficult. But maybe think at that time maybe it's not going to be your day, and then you get in at half time and you hear the dreadful news about Alex as well, which for me overtakes the game anyway. The result becomes immaterial to an extent. With thoughts of Alex, that's more important than anything else.
So yeah, just for anybody who wasn't here, he obviously hurt himself during the warm up. He was on the bench as a subby, and they were warming up at half time.
Yeah.
Can you give us any details about it?
Unfortunately, we think he's broke his ankle. Certainly it looks that way at the moment, so we're just waiting on his way to the hospital now. So as I say, we're thoughts of Alex at this moment in time, and we'll be looking after him as best we can, and his recovery within that. So just a massive blow for the kid. 17, been going great. Signs his first professional contract, and that happened. Just a freak accident, going for a ball in the warm up. So for us, that's more important than the result just now. We want to make sure he's okay, and we'll get some more news on that tonight, hopefully.
Excellent. Just going back to the tail end of the first half, we talked about the chances that we had during the half, and then just before half time, I thought they had a lot of height. They were giving us a lot of trouble from set pieces, and it's from a set piece that they must have had very few shots on target over the course of the first half, but it's just right.
Yeah, they're a real threat at set pieces. We knew that. With Big Aiden being out through a freak accident, that he wasn't able to play today, takes a bit of height out of our team. There's no doubt about that, because he's been excellent, and he's really good in the air. So we knew it would be difficult. That's when you've got to be resilient and well disciplined, and win your individual battle with your opponent, and we didn't do that. And in fact, we could have conceded another one later on in the game from a set piece again. So it's something that we'll look at. We've been really good recently on them, but we don't want that creeping in, because ultimately the games are that tight, Brian. It can come down to a set piece, and today it's 2 set pieces. Both teams score from set pieces, so that's how close the league is. It can be a bit of brilliance, or just maybe switching off at a set piece. It can cost you, and we've been good recently. We've scored a lot of goals from set pieces and been a real threat ourselves. So that's just a reminder for ourselves that we need to be switched on, especially when you're playing against good sides who have good attacking options like Peter Annan does.
Yeah. So for the start of the second half, you make a change. You bring Paul off, and I noticed just after the second half started, he comes out and he's strapped up with ice. Is there anything major there?
We're thinking he's done a bit of damage to his knee at this moment in time. Again, we'll get that assessed. Hopefully it's not too bad, but we'll just wait on the assessment coming back with that. Big blow, because he was doing really well. I thought he was having an excellent game for us at that advanced role, just in behind strikers and causing problems and getting in the box, getting on the end of things. So it's a big blow for Paul, and we're just hoping that he's okay because he's obviously got his testimonial game coming up as well. Well, hopefully that he's able to take part in that. But we'll just see. We'll just assess it this week once Scotty and that get a look at it, and then we'll see how it settles down, and then we'll get to see what the damage is.
So with having to make that change at half time, did that change your shape and your tactics, your approach at all?
No, it didn't. We thought our shape was fine with the 3-4-1-2. And we thought we're creating enough with it. We just decided to put Blair out on the left hand side. We all know how good Blair's been in wide areas, so it just allowed us to bring another striker on, put Blair out there, and Craig can go into the 10 role within that, and that's what we did. So, and then we change again because we thought we went a wee bit of steel maybe and run out of ideas. So we just went 4-2-4 basically at the end to try and get pressure on them, and luckily enough it paid off in the end.
So, I mean, Blair has been setting the heather alight in recent weeks. I kind of got the feeling today that he's starting to attract that extra kind of attention every time he gets the ball, and it's sometimes the teams have to adjust to that when one man becomes a kind of target for the opposition.
And rightly so, he's been excellent. So, but if there's 2 or 3 players round about Blair, then there's somebody else's spares. So it's how we use that effectively. And I felt some of our passing was loose today. I thought we misplaced a lot of passes, which isn't like us. And ultimately, when you're doing it against Annan, they can hit you on the counter, and they're good at it. So, ultimately you've gained another point, and we'll keep that unbeaten run going along, which is important for the guys. But there's one goal between the 2 teams over 4 games. It tells you exactly how the games have been this season.
And just a wee word on the player that got you the goal, Ali, popping
Great,
up at the end. Great.
I thought he did very well last week when he came on. Him and Craig came on and seen us over the line against Cove, and I thought Ali came on again today and done very well, and delighted for him to get a goal. I just wish it was on, I guess, better circumstances with the news of young Alex. So, but we'll all get round to him. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, and then finally looking ahead next week, next Saturday, big game.
All big games. 7 to go. We'll do it them in Trosby. I've no doubt I'll go down to the last week. The good thing is that we're still picking up points. We're closer to that automatic 8th spot once we get that safety line over and done. And then we'll see what we can do over the last 7 games or so. They're all going to be tight, there's no doubt about that. I think everybody probably out with Edinburgh has got something to play for at this moment in time. Annan are just clawing them all back in, trying to get themselves up the league. There's obviously a fight going on for the promotion spots. Falkirk look like they're away for the league right enough, but certainly everything else is a hell of a lot to play for, and every team's fighting and scrapping for it as much as they can get. So no easy games. You need to play well and have a bit of luck to get results, no doubt about that.
Perfect. I'm sure the whole Mo faithful would pass on their best wishes to Alex.
And, I'll get some more news on that tonight from his dad, Gary.
And all the very best for next.
Cheers, Brian. Cheers.